And we are back for another rollicking hour of East Texas University. The study group has doused Shep with some holy water and that nice scented oil, that perfumed oil. Cut the odor a little bit, but it did very little to mask the stink that's exuding from his pores. They went and explored the perimeter of the Lock It Up facility of storage units, got a little bit of the lay of the land under them. If they choose to go back there at some point in time, they have a little knowledge of how it's laid out and the buildings and what have you.
Oh gosh. We're back
Okay,
home.
you pull up. Where do you usually park? Do you usually park in the driveway? You see Shep's pickup truck and Erica's pickup truck. Do you park it like on the sidewalk? Do you park it like on the grass alongside of one of the trucks?
Try to
Or
park
or
as
do you
far
sort
away
of
from Erica's vehicle as possible.
yeah, that mailbox will
Yes,
attest to
I
the
think that's the logical thing to do.
The
We've
good part
learned, I
is
think.
nobody even asked why Shep's truck is dinged.
because it's Texas, and the fact that your front bumper is mangled on one side, people just barely notice that sort of thing.
Oh, I just tell them Erica drove it, and everybody just from here to the pizza
Like,
barn,
Yeah,
just they give a nod.
yeah, they just like, oh, makes sense. All right, so you park your Vespa and street bike, and while you are walking into your house towards the front door, Sophia, I almost got the drop on you, but I rolled a reasonable notice roll on your part, and you aced it. So you noticed a shadow from between the trucks, or you're walking between the trucks. A shadow steps out and tried to get the drop on you and failed. So I do not get a +4. You are what would be a reasonable term. You are not surprised. You
Mhm.
are aware
Right.
of an incoming attack.
we've been followed.
Oh heck.
D DM shenanigans. And boy, I wish this map had a little more of the front lawn. Let's see. It would make sense that that is the front door. So we'll say
Oh no.
you're sort of coming in from this side. So let me pull up the party sheet. Let me pull up the combat tracker. Let me clear the combat tracker of all those uh,
Vehicles.
vehicles that we had on the last time.
Was this before
Is
or
it
after
the
they hosed
cop?
it down?
Is
They
it the cop?
haven't been close enough to the hose just yet.
Is it
And
the pretty corner?
sure enough,
Uh, who do I run into? Oh,
It's the pretty corner.
it is Irving or Irwin Revinowitz stepping out, and it
Yeah.
looks like he has an aluminum bat in his hand and a wicked gleam in his eye. And I would be remiss to not also tell you that this gentleman steps out from behind the other truck.
oh, oh! They saw my place, didn't they? They tracked
They
it.
exactly saw your well. Hector
I was
Martin
saying,
ran your plates to find
Of
out
course, he can
fi-
do that.
to find out your
he's a cop.
address. And I was going to ask Ava. I was going to say,
Yeah.
Ava, your Vespa. Do you have like the little tiny like 8-inch license plate? Do you have to register that? But you would know shenanigans were afoot if I started asking questions about your Vespa's license tag.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, we got a cop on our hands. That's why I was like, I don't know how corrupt this guy is. I don't know how far he's willing to go. And here we are.
He's dabbling in dark magic. That's pretty corrupt. No offense, Shep.
Let's see,
Chip, don't
combat
do dark magic.
tracker. We have an
What
Ava.
dark magic?
We have a Shep.
Oh goodness gracious.
We have a Sophia. And I'm taking advantage of the little pop-up storage for these folks down in the bottom. Irwin and that nice Detective Martin is there as well.
Oh, so nice.
So nice. I'm
Running down
sure.
teenagers on the highway.
I'm going to make them visible. Dismiss the party sheet. Going to put.
Oh boy.
We'll just have. Okay, so from the combat tracker, I should be able to put all of you on the combat mat, and it's not working. So let me see if I can think through this. Perhaps if I start at round 0, draw cards, then
Oh shit, you got a Joker.
Nice.
Then-
Joker
then can I add
to a
them?
PC.
No. Is it not
no.
letting me add them because you are still?
I got a Joker! Yay!
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I'm sorry. That's yay worthy.
I'm confused. I'm wondering why I can't simply drag you onto this map now that I've done the first draw. Cap up the NPC. Can I put him there? No, he shows up as a pin. I don't want him as a pin. How do I? I was in this situation once before, and I don't know what the answer is. All right, while we figure this out, I think I'm going to stop recording just so I don't bore the watchers, the listeners, with the details.
Yeah.
All right, let's start recording. All right, figured it out. Apologies. Still learning. Still figuring stuff out. Between the trucks, the three of you are walking towards your front door, up the steps to that deck, and these two figures step out. Malevolent gleams in their eyes. This is Hector Martin, the handsome pine box detective, and Irwin Revinowitz, who works for the Golan County morgue. He is a medical examiner.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not get the drop on you. Sophia just happened to notice a shadow at the last moment and probably put her arm up just to cautiously keep Shep from going any further as the two step out, armed with baseball bat. Hector has a firearm in his hand and a nightstick. And I'm going to draw. I think it's only fair. It's only fair that I draw cards again.
I know poor Shep had a Joker.
I know, I'm thinking until one of you get a Joker. But you know what? I'm looking at your token at your bennies, it looks like it did add a benny to each of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave
You got the
everybody
extra
Yeah,
pennies.
we got the bennies
You got
already,
the
but we
benny.
just won't get the +2.
You got the benny. Let's see where the rolls fall.
You can't manually give someone a card, can you?
Maybe.
But I
Let's see
mean,
what happens. I'm going to I'm going to try to chat. And this is, I'm a computer programmer. Experimenting and tinkering with things like this is my nature. And I just happened upon this combat deck. And it looks like it's pulled out the cards at one point that may have been drawn for something. But let's see if I could just drag that Joker right back onto Shep. Because that would be fair. Didn't seem to take. No.
cards.
So let's see. I know there's a way I can show the card deck for individuals. I'm looking at everybody's like statuses and all that crazy stuff. Let's see if I can drag that Joker down. If not, we'll just like pretend.
Yeah, because what is it? We just get +2 across the board, right?
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay,
Well,
that
we're
should
gonna
be enough to mod for.
just do your best to remind me. And Shep, I'll let you go first. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Before I do this, let's just make sure. So Irwin and Hector are behind Shep and Sophia, but above Ava. Ava, would you like to draw another card? I would be remiss if I did not offer you that opportunity.
Sure. Let's see. I've got enough bennies. Let's give it a try. Couldn't hurt, right? Oh, hey.
Joker!
There's our Joker.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's good, I guess.
Fixes our problem. Okay.
That's good, I guess, unless you're the dean running this game. Joker. You re-roll. Shep, I will still consider you to be first, since you had the first biggest, baddest, bestest Joker.
I'll be second. I'll be second to Shep.
Yeah.
That's
There's
it's only
second
fair.
fiddle, but now it's second Joker. Shep, what would you like to do? You can go on hold. You can act immediately. You can interrupt another's action if you wish to do so.
Shep, I think I'm going to go on hold now. The way I'm picturing is once Shep got off of the motorcycle, he would have taken off his backpack.
Okay.
So he's holding his backpack,
Sure.
probably by the shoulder harness things,
It's
shoulder
convenient.
straps.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also got his, wrought iron stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go hold and see what they do, but he's probably going to, if they act aggressively, he's going to interrupt.
And remind me, which cold iron implement do you have? Is it the somewhat like angular bent tire iron with the
I think it was the
foam,
tire iron.
and you wrap some foam tape around the handle to make it easier to grip?
Yeah, I'm just assuming that since we were doing all the driving, it's in his backpack. So my thought is I'm going to swing that backpack.
Okay, sure. You wouldn't happen to have
It,
one of those like ball jars full of holy water in that backpack, would you?
probably.
Okay, so
I
it
know.
may shatter. It
Yep.
may. Probably made some. Did you not melt some fishing lures or fishing bobbers or fishing weights together
Oh,
to make
that was
little
me.
That was
lead
a
shots?
I have some 3 I have 3 slingshot bullets made that she melted um, from the
Okay.
fishing weights.
Just
Yeah.
and I'm mentioning that my purpose is twofold: to refresh your memory and to refresh mine. So, Ava, you're
She has
next.
3 of those.
As the combat tracker indicates, you are with the Joker up at the top. Irwin and Hector are way at the bottom. Tens and sevens, not bad cards. In this case, not helpful. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Um, dangerous men. Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to be I'm going to stay behind my friends and uh take the opportunity that Sophia granted us to not be surprised and try and use one of these um uh slingshot bullets that I made. See if I can't get good old Irwin in the face, maybe break his glasses.
That would be so unkind. He's such a handsome guy.
I know it hurts my soul outside of the character because
Shep is
I
okay
quite
with
like
this.
Killian Murphy, but what can you do when the pretty boy is the one trying to kill you?
When you do
Yeah,
that,
and
he gives you that look.
He's like,
uh, now Shep just wants to slap him.
Okay, so help me out here. You have that piece of so you made some
she basically made
slingshot
3 lumps.
ammunition by
Yeah.
fusing some lead weights, like fishing weights, together into like the size of a marble, let's say. Are you holding it and meaning to throw it? Or are you unzipping your backpack and pulling out the picture frame with the slingshot that goes angrily across it and endeavoring to ready a ranged weapon? Or am I totally missing what it is you want to do with this shot?
Yeah, I don't. She wasn't prepared to have this slingshot in her hand, so she's just pulling out these stones, or not stones, the ammo that she made. She's gonna take one of them out of her pocket, and she's gonna just throw it out of sheer surprise, and just like, get away from me, man!
Yes. It's a boy or a man.
It's a man,
So
2 of them.
if you would like to attack, that will be not a shooting roll. That is an athletics roll, as Suede has changed and done away with the quote unquote throwing skill. So you will be using an athletics roll to
Okay.
throw. And I think your target to hit is still, your target number is still a 4. I don't think that we go into his parry for throwing, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let me look up. Let's see what's under thrown.
Um.
Thirst, 3-round burst. Nothing. So we'll do R for ranged. Range 66 or 97. 66 or 97. So I'll go to page 97 because this is important. I'll go to page 97 and I'll also flip quickly to 66 in case it's covered there. 66 ranged, okay. Ranged. See ranged attacks on page 93, which is close to where the other page is, for shooting or athletics, parentheses, throwing modifiers, and more details. Talks about range. So let me go to page 97. First, I'll flip back to 93-ish and quickly look at ranged attacks. Shooting covers everything from bows to pistols to rocket launchers and fixed machine guns. And I also lump slingshots into that category. Throwing grenades or knives or spears or makeshift fishing weights. Um, use the athletics skill. The base target number to hit something at short range is 4. It doesn't make a distinction between if you're shooting or throwing. You're not going to be at anything other than short range. Rate of
Because
fire.
he's
And quickly go to
2
page
squares away.
97, area of effects, attacks, deviation, in case you miss. Aim. No, we're going to say it's a ranged attack. 4 is your target roll. If you want to target him, I'm interested to see what athletics comes up as.
Oh dear.
Athletics. A Joker bonus is a 2 plus a 2 is a 4. And you hit him. Now, that's interesting. I wonder what kind of damage this is going to do. Let's go
Should I use whatever the damage that the sling offers since it uses the ammo normally?
But that sling is propelled by the elasticity
'Cause
of your.
oh, how about we cut it in half then? Because it gives me 2d4s for damage for a sling. What if I just do 1d4 for damage?
Sure, that makes sense. Let me look at what the other throwing type of weaponry does. And my question would be, do you add your strength to that or not? Because it may matter. Let's see, a throwing axe. I can look at a dagger or a knife or a sling. A sling, strength plus a d4.
Oh, maybe a knife would probably be better, or an axe, because it's not propelled by anything besides your own strength.
I'm going to say your strength plus d4 if you want to code that in right quick.
Strength plus a d4. Well, that would be. Oh, my strength is a d4.
Uh-huh.
So d4 and a d4.
A d4 and a d4. And I wonder if you can target with the UI. Like what's it? Control click on Irwin. I'm just interested to
Yeah, I
see.
have him targeted.
You do? Oh, I see you do. I see
sure
you do.
do.
Okay.
Uh,
So roll that sweet damage and see what it does.
all right. I will take the damage from the sling since it's already coded in there.
All right.
Might as well. Ha!
You have shaken Irwin Revinowitz. And now let's see. If I go down,
Moves
I can.
across the board.
Let's see. Shaken, but no damage. And he could unshake, but he's going to maybe take more damage before that. Right? So.
That's 1 sling ammo gone, so I'll change that to 2.
Would you
I
like to
hope I
use a
broke his glasses.
Would you like to use a Benny to try to improve that damage? That's pretty good.
To improve upon it?
Yes.
Sure. I'll hurt the pretty boar some more.
I mean, if you roll less, you can't crit fail. It's a damage roll. So
just put the Benny over the damage to roll again, right?
yes, I believe that's true.
Oh.
Well, there you go. Sometimes the dice are not your friends. Other times the dice are your friends. 9. You've exceeded his toughness. Indeed, you have wounded him. He is going to try to use a Benny to try to soak that wound as he gives a bit of a yelp. Where did you hit him? I'm thinking the nads.
I was aiming. Oh, that's funnier. Yes, I'll do that. Because I was like, man, I'll break his glasses, but hitting him in the nuts is funnier.
Using a Benny. He only rolled a 3.
Like, ah! Boom.
I guess he will use a second Benny. He can continue to try. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Let the dice hit the floor. A 23.
Oh my god, I saw that.
Soaks. And now if I hit that apply, yes. Well, he's out of Benny, but I tell you, I can't think of a better way to use your Bennies in this situation. Which you can call out if you like. That was you hit him, right in the nads. But I don't know, maybe he's wearing a groin cup or something like that. Maybe he just came from the racquetball range or something.
Oh, they're that small, huh? Okay.
Maybe next
I'm
time if you
going
use a
to,
pea shooter, you might hit him.
I want to, if I can move behind my friends away from the dangerous
Sure,
men,
sure.
I will do that. So
If,
I'm gonna just kind of scooch,
yeah,
and then that's it for me.
very good. Let me see if I can't just free up some space here. I wish I had a little more real estate around the
Scooch
house.
us over.
So I'm gonna kind of move them. Just ignore theater of mind. Ignore the fact that the truck is embedded. Well, it is Erica's truck, so it could be
I mean,
embedded in the house, so to speak.
Believable.
that's probably a good bump on the house that has been formed from her just,
Sure. Well, we just got the mailbox fixed, so it would make sense. All right. So you advanced your turn.
Yes.
Sophia, you saw Ava hurl a small bit of metal at the Golan County medical examiner. You saw him momentarily stiffen and almost double up from pain, but then he realized it just hit his thigh and not his sensitive bits. Um, he does seem to be the less athletic, threatening, and combative of the two. Let me give you that for free.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Well, I want to pull out the gun.
Okay, it would be fair because the other guy has
I
a
mean,
gun.
I know he was literally trying to like run us over earlier.
Yes, he
So I
was.
think it's fair to try to disable him with this gun.
Okay, you reach in and pull out.
Prize.
You pull
Yeah.
out the Sig Sauer, formerly the property of one Ahuva Shapiro, Israeli captain in the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, I believe. You have the gun in your hand.
I want to try to shoot Hector Martin
Okay.
in the knee.
Do you have shooting?
No, I do not.
Then this will be
Oh God.
An untrained,
an untrained.
unskilled. Yes.
Oh, this is. Oh my God.
Well,
You point the gun at his knee, fire, click. There's no bullets in it.
there got loaded.
Did you forget to get your bullets back?
Oh God, she put it. I didn't. Where did she put the bullets? It's in the shirt still with the gun, right?
Possibly.
She took the magazine out.
I don't remember where she put it.
Irwin Revinowitz.
Also, the safety.
He grabs what looks to be a necklace. Um, it looks like two silver discs, kind of, one on top of the other, maybe in some sort of an infinity symbol, but the top half looks a little smaller than the bottom. The top disc looks a little smaller than the bottom disc. But he grabs it with his hand and he points his
I
fingers
would
out at the three of you
interrupt.
and he says, Frigidum.
Oh no.
And he attempts
Yes.
to cast a bolt of ice from it.
Yeah.
He will have
I
to
would,
make
I would definitely interrupt if I saw him going for that necklace.
a roll for this. I wonder if I accidentally turned my volume down a notch.
What? Shep can interrupt magic?
Shep has a joker. He can interrupt.
What would you like to
Oh,
do?
that's right.
I'm going to whack him with my. I'm going to get up in his space and whack him with my iron filled backpack.
Move your figure.
Kaboom!
I'm going to take you off hold. Just it's
Mhm.
more record keeping than anything
Oh
else.
boy.
Shep requests an interrupt. I'm going to move the little. There's like a little triangle with a pennant. I'm going to move it to Shep, so it should say it's your turn. I think it does, that
Yeah.
nice green color. Yeah, you step up next to the mangled bumper of your pickup truck. You can target him and attack at will.
Okay.
I don't see you targeting him yet.
I'm trying.
Okay.
The control click thing.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to drag and drop because it's not
That
taking it.
also works.
So let me find my combat. Would you say this was my club heavy?
No, I think it's a club light.
Okay, because all I have is the club
What's the damage on it?
on my damage is a D4.
Sounds right.
It looks like.
Is it D4 plus strength? I think it should be. And I will
I
endeavor to.
think it should be, but that's not
Okay. All right.
what's on here.
We'll fix you up. I'm going to drag the target onto Irvin. Let's see if that.
Mhm.
You are now targeting him
There we
now.
go.
I'm going to open up your character sheet. I'm going to go to your your combat. I
Yeah.
see you have a club heavy, metal baseball bat, hockey stick. And I'm going to edit list, pop up, attack info, raise damage d6. Your damage is strength plus. So that's probably where the d4 comes from. Lethal.
Yeah.
But how do I? I think it's strength plus d4. I just saw another four-sided die appear, so I'm going to lock this. Just don't delete it or change it by accident.
Okay.
I'm going to close it. I'm going to stop editing list. Do you agree? Do you see that that damage has now gone up to
Yeah.
a 4 plus
Yes.
a 4? And why is your fighting a 6? Did you take a skill in fighting?
Yes. He does have fighting.
Well done. I think you are
I
set.
think because yeah, because I was having to like punch things and stuff early.
Did you pay extra for that because you're fighting? Well, no, that's based on agility. What is your agility? It's probably
My
also a
agility is a
6. A d6. Okay, so that fighting did not cost you double because it equals your agility. If it was strength, that'd be another case. So okay, you are swinging a backpack laden with um, some
Any
heavy
of that.
some heavy goods. A 3.
Oh, and this is supposed to be a +2.
I'm sorry. Yes,
It should have
Joker.
been a plus.
Joker
Oh,
bonus. You can type that into that little parchment.
yeah. And I will go ahead and Benny that.
Swinging
Oops.
that
I think
backpack.
I'm still going after Irwin. I think I have accidentally tried to do the other guy. But it's supposed to be Irwin. Uh, and also, my smell is right up in their nose now. By the way,
He's
Okay.
stinking up the whole
so did
place.
okay? That looks like that hit him.
Irwin was hit. Um, Now, why does it? Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
he got 2 wounds.
Wow. Wow. Oh no. You know what you're going to make? You're going to make the dean dip into his little pool of special bennies. hate when I have to do that, but you really leave me no choice. This is the combat that should have occurred had you dilly-dallied in the Temple of Osiris in the hidden
Mhm.
basement of Frank Mance or
I figured
Franz
as much.
Heimglimmer. This is the battle that would have occurred after you defeated the undead. If you had waited 15 minutes, they would have shown up because there was a ward that alerted them that the temple had been breached. So just a little, doesn't really matter, but just a little detail, a little sidebar, if I may. You know,
A
I'm just
little
trying.
bit of
I'm trying to delay this. Poor Irwin. All right, the dean is dropping a Benny. 2 wounds.
he trying.
A 4. The DM. No, I'm not going to drop another Benny for this
But
weasel. This weasel
he,
is
I know he soaked earlier, but was he still shaking?
He was
From
not. He was not. He
ah,
rolled like a
He rolled a
23 to soak.
23.
okay.
Yeah. So with a 4, he soaks one of those wounds. You essentially just club him on the side of the temple, and his glasses go flying. Let me see what his hindrances are. No, he does not have the bad eyes hindrance, so this is not going to affect him negatively. But his glasses go flying to the side, and he staggers as you impact him solidly on the side. You had interrupted him. I'm going to go back to Irwin.
And in Spanish, I tell him no magic.
Ooh, so he, I think he speaks like Israeli and German.
Oh,
Language German, language Latin. Yeah, all
dang.
those medical terms. Oh, what did I just do? Did I just dismiss the wrong thing? Okay. Well, he is still going to try to fire that spell. Unfortunately, now he is at negatives because he is carrying a wound. He has to make a spirit roll. And small burst. Small burst template. Right there. Now let's see. You guys are half in, half out. I don't think it works that way because more than half of each of you are going to be outside that. So let's see if I can. Yeah, he's going to drop it just on the front too. I don't think with that small burst template I can hit 3 in a row like that. It has to be more like this. Yeah, it has to be more like that. Here comes his occult roll. No, it's not occult. It's spirit. Okay. It's not a raise, but nevertheless, it is a hit. I'm going to Necklace of the Snowman. Edit it. Effects. No. I guess we're just going to have to do this one. Oh, by hand maybe? 2d6. Hello? Yes. Yes. Lock that so that doesn't go away. I'm going to drop 2d6 onto Shep. just frigid cold, shakes. You're now shivering.
Oh no.
And on Sophia. Boom, boom, boom. 11
Oh
points
no.
of cold, icy cold damage. Looks like Shep ducked out of the way and took cover as best he could against the hood of his truck just for the moment, leaving you to bear the brunt of the.
No, let's just be truthful. The skunk went up his nose, and he aimed. He had to stagger to the side,
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to fire a bolt with one hand and wave your nose with the other.
and then
So,
protect your nads.
and he also has
All at the same time, right?
a metal baseball bat. So we'll do
Oh my
Shep.
god.
Shep first. Shep, you are shaken. Would you like to spend a Benny to remove that shaken condition? You get a free roll.
Actually, yes, because Hector is right after him.
Hector definitely looks a lot stouter.
Oops, there's my Benny.
Okay. Um. So let's
God, I
see.
could do it on the combat tracker. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So let's see. I'm going to give you back that fourth Benny, and then I'm going to drag it
Okay.
onto your
Although,
drop of blood.
okay, there it is.
Of course. Now I can't see, so I have to move your sheet over just a smidgen. Oh, good. I almost dropped it on Sophia. That will never do. Her roll comes next. Down to Shep. Yes, his damage is pending from the necklace of the snowman. That vigor roll was a 4. A 4 is a success.
I have
So
to say though, I should have had to remove shaken. It shouldn't have rolled, should it?
that's true. That is true. It should have automatically removed that shaking condition. Well, that's fine.
Hmm.
I'm going to
Yeah,
just.
no worries. I just wanted to make sure I
Yeah, you're
understood
right.
those rules.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm going to click on shaken, but it won't let me. So I'm going to just not apply. I'm just going to dismiss, as if it never happened. Was that like the carpet cleaning company? Like it never happened. But now for the fun. Now for the fun. Let's go up to Sophia right quick. A
Yay!
wound, shaken and a wound. The
Yes.
damage was devastating. There are crystalline ice that is formed, covering your face. You're having a hard time breathing because of the cold condensation. Just makes your throat and lungs ache. Um, your eyes are stinging. What would you like to
Did
do?
she smell?
Say again?
Well, she's surrounded with all that code, and it stopped up her nose and stuff. She can't
Yeah.
smell me, so
Yeah, there might be
that's a
a side benefit.
I'll smell you later, though.
Sophia, you can drag a Benny onto that
Yes.
wound and try to soak it.
Yes.
Try to quickly thaw yourself out. A 4 comes up. A 3 on the die. -1 for your existing wound is only a 2. However, you can, if you choose, use another Benny. I would recommend wholeheartedly that you do
Oh, yeah. That's definitely what I'm going to do.
so.
Hey,
I
I
see extra
like that.
dice. I
Those
see
are
extra
nice
dice.
numbers.
Not only did you remove your shaken condition, you soaked with an astonishing roll. Even with your wound, you still got a 10, which is a success at 4, a raise at 8. Success with a raise soaks the wound, and you are not shaken. Hector says, I knew I'd have to handle them myself. So let's see. Irwin should have a wound. He took 2. He soaked 1. Did I forget to apply that? I will apply it now. And yes, I see a -1 to him. I see shaken status and an injury. And I'm going to advance. Hector Martin.
Oh boy.
I knew I'd have to. I knew it would fall to me. I don't even know why I called you. He tries to punch you, Shep. He didn't have a silencer, a noise suppressor, and he's afraid that that gunfire, while threatening you with that gun, might arouse the neighbors and just cause too much noise.
Was not at all worried about noise.
Not on the first round. Now, the second round, if things go poorly, he may. He is simply going to make an attack. He's selected, he's targeting Shep. I'm going to delete the blast template. So why did I just, did that image go away or did it just like go to the back right quick? I think I hit the wrong.
With the remove pointers.
See, my when I drag the dialogue, it's just a shade slow where I'll move it and I'll try to click on it and it's still moving and it clicks on the thing behind it. Just a little bit slow, and that's not the first time I've done that. So I'm gonna have to bring my map up again right quick. Sadly, I have to remember which map it was. Damn it! I think I can do this also by clicking on his Irwin's token. It's like, come on, I need to see. Nope, didn't work. I think it only works for PCs where you can click on your token and it'll bring up the map where you just were. So we're in map double wide map.
You can click on.
That's where we are.
Click
Excellent.
on one of ours.
Excellent. I'm back. So let's see. Click on that. All I wanted to do was remove the pointer, and I hit the X instead. Duh. And it dismissed that. So it dismissed that pointer. Okay, so he is going to make a swing, a simple fighting roll against Shep to try to touch him.
Add touch.
An 8, a 5, a 21 is a hit with a raise. Unfortunately, he was not hitting you to strike at you. He was endeavoring to stun you. A shocking bolt of energy was released from his hand as he struck you. You must make a vigor roll or be shaken.
Okay.
With a raise on my fighting roll, you must make a vigor roll at -2. Now let me think for a minute before you make this roll. Your Joker bonus is still in effect, correct?
Yeah.
So you
Yes,
can
it
make
is.
this is a vigor roll then at -2 and +2.
It should do the okay.
I don't think it's going to give you the Joker bonus, sadly.
So I
it's
should just be
the
able to put the +2 in, right?
The +2 cancels with the -2. So I think this is a straight up vigor roll. You get a -2 because of the way this works, but you still get your Joker bonus. So you're at net 0.
I don't suppose he counts as a spirit, right?
He's got a lot of spirit. He's got a D8.
But,
Does that help?
but he's not possessed or anything. That's not where this shock is coming from.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I do have my spirit guardian does protect against certain things.
Okay.
Supernatural.
Vigor roll straight up.
Okay. Okay, well, let me ask you. That's normally a success. Is this a success
It is
in
a
this
success.
case?
It is a success in this case.
Yeah, because it cancels out the negative because of the Joker, right?
Right. Just the way that this thing operates. If I make a raise on my fighting roll, you must make your vigor roll at -2. However, you still have that Joker bonus of +2. They canceled, making it a net 0. Your 4 is a success. Although you do go rigid for a moment and shake as you feel this electricity coursing through you. It's almost like you were, working with a set of jumper cables and had the positives connected to the node of the battery terminal and zapped yourself
Ships.
mightily.
Uh, why do they always want to touch me? I'm so not
You
into
jump
them.
in front.
I'm not threatening. I have an unloaded gun.
He probably smiled at you when that
I'm
it
small.
just clicked. Okay, now I'm going to advance his turn. He attacked once successfully, failed to have an effect, and he moved. He repositioned, and I'm going to go to the next combatant, which would be Shep, but Shep already went, so I'm going to advance to the next round. Irwin at the top, Hector towards the bottom. Would anyone like to re-roll, try to beat Irwin? Or Shep with that 2, would you like to try to beat anybody in the initiative order? You're at the bottom.
I'm good.
Yeah, I will. Do I just drop it on the
card.
card?
Card on the combat tracker.
You do that. Don't know if this will help anything, but it can't hurt, right?
Can't hurt.
If it will.
You can't get lower than a 2, so it really can't hurt.
I know, right? Unless you get another 2.
I am leaving it there.
Oh, we're going to take a break and be back for our